My name is Dr. Archan Mitra, and I would like to take this session. And we have already listened to stalwarts in the field, and we have had a grasp of all the aspects. Now, whatever we have learned, what we are going to do back when we go back home, like whatever we have learned, whatever we have done today, we will be scrolling reels to sleep. Some of us. So yes, we will be, someone of us will be posting on social media about the day. Someone of us will be thinking, oh my God, tomorrow is another hard Monday, which we all hate, to go to office back. And me being a product of liberal arts, I am a pure product of liberal arts. All my course of life studied liberal arts, and now I'm here. And being here is also a huge coincidence. And thank you, Dr. Abbas, and my mentor, Professor Baharul Islam, who is not here, unfortunately. I would love that he would be here. So the question that we raised today is that what we go back and do is we share on social media. Now, what I talk about is constructive sharing. I'm not talking about random sharing. I'm talking about me being a very profound user of social media user. So I talk about profound use, and why I put this slide is because I am standing here not as a person who is giving you information. I am standing as a person so that we can collaborate in the future. So I have worked in several organizations over the years. I've been teaching for the last 10 years in most universities. And I've been associated with IIM Kashipur, where I met Professor Baharul Islam, and then I went on to work with World Bank in a research project in Southeast Asia, and I got to experience several cultures around that way. Then my lifelong dream was, because I started my career as a photographer, so I was not older than him, who is standing here, that I started photography, coming from a very poor family. So I used to shoot in marriage, okay, with a small handycam. I used to go with my brother and I used to shoot, and we used to earn money like that. And my father, being an artist in those days back, it was really difficult to run a family. So yes, both of them worked hard to put me into a good school, and definitely I'm here with everyone. Then I worked with Amity Institute of Training and Development, and we did some corporate training there. And I worked with Indian Council for Social Science Research in 2 projects. One was very interesting. We worked with a village in Assam on witchcraft. There the gender issue, that is, there is a village there who does witchcraft and wizardry, and people go there to buy stuff of black magic. It's very interesting. I worked hands ground with them and tried to understand why gender disparity is only negative connotations with witches. Then I also worked in Uttarakhand disaster 2013. We all know that there was a huge flash flood. So I surveyed the whole of Pithoragarh and whole of Uttarakhand, and we submitted a report to ICSSR, all with the proper guidance of Professor Baharul Islam. And recently I was elected the state head for Mentor and Mascot Indian Film Federation at Bangalore, Karnataka. And I'm working with them for bringing filmmaking to schools. So we do a lot of workshops there so that students can learn how to make films. And I have been also a judge for environmental films all my, for the past 3-4 years. And there's another organization many might not know. It is an organization where our beloved Abdul Kalam was a member of, and I am very happy and lucky to be part of that organization. That is Forum for Scientists and Engineers. Now you may be thinking, I'm coming from a liberal arts background, what I'm doing with FOSET. Well, my area of specialization is science communication, and I generally work in the field. I started my organization Wild Reaction to protect our national aquatic animal back in Bengal in 2018, and we increased the Gangetic population from 186 to 250 by WWF report. And Then on, I've been using social media as an information tool and to create this awareness program that we run there in Bengal. And it has been possible to create, social media as such a powerful tool that it really helped those villages out. And they are now a self-sustaining eco-village. 11 years back they were not, but after this I do not need any, for me it's not any, no hand-holding is required. They can sustainably run the ecotourism there in that village. It's a 16 village house village where they protect a 200 area kilometer radius of wildlife protection. So yes, after doing all that, I wrote a book for IIM, that is Cases for Classroom in Media Entertainment Business. From my experiences with witchcraft, I wrote a book on witchcraft in media, which is unique, and we were all discussing about AI. So yes, and media is not affected, it's also not without being affected by AI. So metaverse and media. Because my life, I have been studying journalism and mass communication for long and teaching mass communication for a long time. Yeah, next. So my potent question, and it's a survey question that comes up when we are surveying something on social media, that how many hours do you spend on social media? So yes, 2 hours. Anybody else? How many hours do you spend on social media? Yes, 1 hour, okay. Can you put it into hours? Yeah, anyone else? Yes, 2 hours, 1 hour. Who doesn't use social media? Please, can you raise your hand? Anyone here who doesn't use social media? Anyone without a social media account? No, there is not. So, every one of us are using social media. So, it's a very important question where we have to understand that what is the time that we are devoting to social media and how we are using social media per se. If you are saying that I'm a very casual user, I use social media just like that, just spending my quality time, that is me time on social media, that is okay. If I'm saying no, I am a professional in the field, I am already working, I am a doctorate, I am an assistant professor, I have given the NET exams, I have done so much to come to the place where I am, and the world doesn't know about me. In the lab, I'm doing experimentations that no one knows about. I'm working on something that no one knows about, but there might be people who would be interested. And very interesting story, the other day, I shared a 5-year-old back post on Facebook of one of my presentations in another college, and I got a call from Washington DC saying that we are doing a project. I saw your post on Facebook that you are doing, you had given something, lecture on something 5 years back. So could you collaborate? I said, definitely, I would be happy to collaborate. So it's very important for us to share our work on social media, and I will tell you how we can do it and what are the steps we need to take. Because whatever we have been doing in this, it's very imperative that we do that. And Education Without Borders International is an organization that looks after education all over the world, and it is not possible for them to be physically present everywhere. So social media is a tool that is going to network us all together, and we are going to use Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and other means to stay connected. So it's very important for us to know what to share, how to share, and how much to share. So, why it is important tool for teachers? It is an important tool for teachers because teachers are no more the primary source of information. It's very important. We are no more the primary source of information for our students. We know it while we enter the class. When they ask us a question, there is that small prick. Okay, if I tell the wrong answer, a student from the back might say, no ma'am, I saw in the Google it's something different, or no sir, I think it's different. Even if we debar them from not using mobile phones, and it's very difficult for us to not tell them use mobile phones, because not every class is equipped with laptops. So we have to give them some assignments that based using mobile phones sometimes. So it's a very potent aspect that why we need to embrace social media as a tool, and we need to understand it. Next. So, and That is the reason why our image on social media needs to be very good. Because even before we enter the class, our students will search us on social media. And they will create a preconceived notion of ourselves, our image, before we enter the classroom. So it's very important for us to create that image. And it's very important for not only for students and teachers. For example, you're going for a job interview, you want a job switch, and you have given a CV to an organization, very equipped educational institution, top educational institution. What do you think a top educational institute will be having this number of CV, 2,000, 3,000 CVs? What are they going to do with all that CV? Is it possible for the ATS to go through all of them? Yes, sometimes the ATS does go through all of them. It is a technological system to evaluate the CVs and give the correct person who's going to be best fit for the job. But sometimes there is a manual person who sits with those CVs, and that person is going to check on social media. Is this particular person's, not only social media, on Google, and it's going to check all the profiles that does this person is good in research. Is there a Google Scholar account? Is there a ResearchGate account? How much interest score that particular person has? How much citations are there? What is the H index? What is the I-10 index? So they will be looking for that. If you do not share on social media, then the problem is maybe you are the best person fit for the job, but that backbencher who was your friend got the job, and you're very angry coming back at home, shouting that, oh my God, I lost the job to that backbencher. He only does nothing but gimmick, shares on social media everything. He wakes up, he'll brush, he'll share on social media. But why? Because of the fact that the world is looking at social media as a gateway of what you're doing. So it's very imperative that you share what is most important. Next. So it's very important for these two, professional and personal. Now, these two words are very important. Why? Because there is an ethical boundary. We have been talking about artificial intelligence ethics. There is an ethical boundary, or the aspect is that how much do we share on social media? How much of our life I am sharing on social media? A very interesting story. A girl and a boy in India. This particular news did not come into the papers because I am into journalism. One of my students who is a journalist shared this with me. The company basically paid off the journalist not to share the information, but I'm just sharing it as a story. So what happened, there are two organizations, two very good online stores for jewelry. The females might know it. That is, one is Carrot Lane and one is Giva. I hope you have heard about it, Carrot Lane and Giva. These are two online places where you can buy jewelry. Now the couple in love, their parents are old, and they had no idea that these two were planning to elope. The girl's family didn't want the boy to be the husband, and they were planning to elope. And they were having a conversation online about how and when they're going to elope and when they're going to get married, and all the details of it was on their social accounts. On the day when they had planned to elope and get married, the girl is not at home. A representative from Carrot Lane comes and gives a gift to the parents, saying that your daughter is getting married. So it's a gift from Carrot Lane as a product, and you can please enjoy and get your daughter married. And the parents were in, what? How is this possible? So whatever we are doing on social media, it is very imperative that what we share on social media to keep it. So these two kids were caught by their parents, and I do not know what happened later because we did not do a follow-up story on it. But it's a very interesting story per se, that what social media can do if you share too much about your life. Okay. So yes, so your personal and professional, you need to keep it different. So that is the reason why professional is important. Personal is also important. It's better to have multiple accounts if you can, if you have that time. I know being in a private organization, it's very difficult. Checking 200 copies, making 3 sets of question papers, and doing all that, and also mentoring the students and everything. It's really, really difficult. But in the meantime, we do it. How do we build on the image on social media, and what are the nuances, and what do you understand about image building? Is your public image, because we have already crossed that Abraham Maslow's hierarchy, and we are at the end of it, where we want social recognition. I don't think so anyone in the room is looking for food, shelter, and clothing. We are looking for social recognition. And how do we get social recognition? We get it through social media online. And then we have something called as an educator, we are not only looking to educate. We feel good when we are given in charge or headship of an event. Inside we do feel good. We tell our seniors, okay, thank you. But inside we do feel good. We want to be leaders. We want to be innovators, and we want to be influencers as well. We want to influence the younger generation, whatever we have learned. I was so amazed listening to Sir. And I do want to create short videos of what Sir is saying and posting it on his social media account. So the next generation, the oral tradition that we have, both in all religion, it is, the oral tradition exists, and it has been thrown down generation after generation. That oral tradition can be caught in social media and can be circulated all over the world. The knowledge that everyone in the collective knowledge that is sitting in this room, I think it is, some 1,000 terabytes of information. All that together into one account of social media could really empower so many people. And it will help you to, how you are perceived. Yes, some people will be jealous. Yes, of course. Seeing you on social media doing a lot of things and you're not able to do. Yeah, of course, they will sit in their home and thinking, she's doing such a thing, and they will unfollow you sometimes. But sometimes people will be motivated as well. People will know. If he has written 2 research papers in 6 months and all of them are Q1 publications, I will also try to write 3 papers and get it Q1 published. So that is a positive thing to take away. That is a positive thing to take away from it, and you can do it by motivating others as you post on. Sometimes we see that a person is posting about their research publications after research publications. I called one of my friends, bhai, how do you do it? How do you get so many papers published? He said, man, it's all about networking. I said, how to do that networking? I don't know a lot of people. Well, yes, in my university there is something called collaborative research and interdisciplinary studies. I said that, how does that work? Well, it's nothing. Like you go to the computer science department, working on artificial intelligence. You are from media. You know what is fake news creating a lot of problem. You create a tool on fake news with AI, so that AI can solve the problem of fake news. Simple as that. Collaborating with another department, you are collaborating with the media people. So we can do that. Next is the principles, which are very important for creating this particular tool. So it's consistency, the quality, the engagement, the professionalism, and the adaptability. So these are the 5 things that are very important when you're looking at it, looking at how to do it. I will share some of my profiles, and I wanted to do this exercise, but there is a time constraint. So the fact is it will go as your homework, that you go back home, and if you do not have a social media account, please make it in such a way that is more constructive enough, and use the terminologies which you use in your day-to-day work and career if you are wanting to build. Like, for example, for me, the terminology media educator or a media faculty would be very important. Like, for example, I know a 10-year-old kid who is thinking of taking a future in media, may be searching on Google the best media faculty in Kerala. or the best media faculty in Kozhikode, the best media faculty in Calicut. So the best media faculty are the SEO keywords. They are the search engine optimized keywords, and those keywords must be there in your profile. Then only Google will tell, oh no, this guy is important, because the keyword matches. Google knows nothing else. One of my professors who has passed away told me when I was very young, I was studying in 11, and he told me that, Archan, you don't need to work in Google. But at some point of time, when a person searches your name, the first link should be yours. Be that person. And he always told me that do not be a king, be a kingmaker in life. You don't have to be a king. We are no kings. We are all kingmakers, and take pride in that. Next. So the consistency of the post, it's not, I do not want to share my social media account for any other reason other than that, the fact that I have kept my things constant. So whenever someone searches me on Google, I make sure that my profile comes at first. There shouldn't be any other with my name coming before me. Now how do I do it? Is with SEO. I have to learn, I have to understand that in my field, if I am doing something on quantum physics, if I am doing something on Islamic literature, if I am doing something on artificial intelligence and ethics, what are the keywords people searching internet on? And that is something called a topic analysis approach. It's a topic analysis approach. Like we take a topic analysis approach based on the aspect, and we are, we are working, this is about recent trends and the resources that the teachers will learn. So you have to keep it consistent. From your Instagram to your Twitter to your, LinkedIn to ResearchGate to your Google Scholar and your Facebook. Everything must be linked with one another. So anyone who is searching you on Facebook, maybe that particular person is above, nowadays we say that Facebook is being used by age above 45. Facebook is no more a young generation media, social media. Social media, which social media is being used by the young generation is Instagram. So Instagram, you must be, at least it says, the Instagram algorithm says that every day you must at least post 5 stories, 1 post, and weekly 1 reel. So that is the Instagram baseline algorithm that it works on, and it improves like that. Okay. So yes, I tried my level best in the past 4 to 5 years. I opened my Instagram account in 2016, and this is 2024. I have around 12,600 followers. And I am no influencer that I do not sell products. So I do it with good content, and I do it with, informing about me to the class. So whenever I have a photography class, for example, I do love photography. I'm a very passionate person about photography. I do a lot of photography all around India, and I've done a lot. So whenever someone goes for my photography class, searches for me online and sees my Instagram account filled with photographs, they say that no, this person is photographer. It doesn't mean that I know photography or not, doesn't matter. My social media account says that I'm a photographer, means I'm a photographer. That is a very basic instinct it has become for all around students, all around other people. So we need to tap into that. If we have to get ourselves out there, I know there are people in this room who are shy, introvert, who do not want to express too much. But I would request you, do not post your own picture. At least post the picture where you are, what you're doing. It doesn't mean that you have to be there in the picture. You might be a picture shy person, and that is absolutely fine. Okay, so my father is a picture shy person. He will never come on into a photograph. He does avoid photography. My photographs, so definitely he will not come. I don't know why. Okay, so move on to the next one. So this is how to create a positive image for yourself on social media. That is, you have to start with defining the objectives. So as a media teacher, I have to define the objectives, that what is missing on social media. What I saw was there a very interesting thing. Yesterday I was in a convocation and I was given a small booklet. It's a very interesting booklet. The college provided me, and on the last page I saw at the end that you have CUET training at the college. Not all colleges do that, and that's very interesting. CUET training, especially for graduating students for PG CUET exams. So what I noticed that in YouTube there are many people who are teaching students on about what are the questions, how it's going to come. So I found that in Instagram, where the young generation are generally, and YouTube is used by the younger generation only to listen to music or watch videos, generally not for educational purpose. Even if you tell them, you give a link on their WhatsApp group telling them, please next class come and see the video and come. You already watched so many videos, please take your time, watch this video, come to the next class, so we'll discuss. But they won't, the students won't. So you have to have a clear objective. So I started with 30 seconds CUET and net examination videos, 30 seconds. It's getting a lot of traction and popularity in the last few months. Why? Because there is a dearth of content. And you are the best people sitting here in this room to fulfill that market. You do not need, you want to have an extra source of income, social media would be the best extra source of income for you if you want. So not only your personal image gets built, you also get money out of it, and somebody thinks that no, it will take a huge amount of time for me to get money. First video, your experience, one line. I started with what is communication. You start with what is about your subject. Simple as that. Make a video. Now the AI can make videos for you. So that is also easy. If you don't want to come in front, just VIEMO, yes, VMO. VMO is a online tool that can create online videos like AI videos with AI bots. Like it will look like a human, it will talk like a human, but that would be an AI. So VMO does it for you. So you can give the script to VMO saying that this is my script, and you come up with a video like that, and VMO will come up with a 30-second video for you, and that you can post on social media with your own personalized messages, and you can tell them that if you're working in this field, please feel free to contact me. So they will contact you like that. And Instagram will also think, no, this person is putting right content, so it will lift you in the algorithm status. So please previous slide please. So then highlight your expertise, what we talked about. That is how you can develop professionalism and monitor and reflect, and it goes back after monitor and reflect. It doesn't end there. This is a non-linear model. This is not a linear model, this is a non-linear model, because it doesn't end there, it's a cycle. Once you monitor and reflect, you may change the objectives later on. For example, if you believe that no, CUET students, I am more better with my subject rather than the other or net examinations. Maybe I am not well versed with paper 1, I'll only focus on paper 2. You can take up paper 2 only for those aspects and create videos on that. Or general videos for students, school students, okay? Yes, next. So the monitoring, how will you monitor your social media account? It's very easy. You have to understand that how and what and from where audience is engaging more. Now remember, there is a problem with social media. The biggest problem with social media is when you're using it in India and it is made by a foreign company. So it will only take priority of English language. That is the biggest threat to our local vernacular diversity. So making a vernacular content will only reach the vernacular audience. But if you wish to make a content that is accessible bilingual, that would be much more effective and the audience engagement can increase. I have first hand tested it. Then you have to optimize the posting times. There is a specific posting time. Morning you wake up and you post, it might not get traction. The algorithm states that when is the best time to post, when are the people the most on social media, and that changes every month, and that will change every month. Every month it's going to change. The dates are going to change. So you have to keep vigilant on Google, and you have to check that previous month it was Tuesday and Friday, but maybe this month it might have changed, or the coming month it might change. Then evaluating your reach and impact. Like for example, how much impact you're having, you can check from your dashboard analytics. Every social media has its own analytics, and you can check from your dashboard if you have reached people or not. Then is your performance. If your performance is going down, that means people are not taking interest in your content. You need to do something more, or you need to increase the intensity of your posted content. So that is how you will be able to monitor and adapt to this social media environment, so that you can create an image for yourself. Next. This is the last slide. I already told you about algorithm changes, because with time the algorithm will change. Instagram's algorithm, social media algorithm, other Facebook algorithm, even the algorithm of Google Scholar, and how they perceive it. I take other sessions on how you can make structurally, like SEO, the search engine optimization, and create a profile so that base higher you will be viewed, or you can come into the Google strategies and you can come up on Google search results. So that algorithm change helps a lot. Then you have to experiment with the new format and features. Instagram or other social media accounts will be throwing different features. New feature going on is what's new. What's new? Or post a picture of sunset. Post a picture of yourself in a blue dress. So there are algorithms like that. So how to use that algorithm? Just explain something wearing a blue dress. So what it takes that blue dress as an algorithm, and you're explaining something wearing that blue dress, and you're posting it with the aspect that Instagram wants you to post something with blue dress. The algorithm matches, and you get a lot of traction on social media. So it's just like that how you do it. Then you have to adapt to the content that you're creating. Of course, every day new content is coming up. Try to relate it with that. And of course, we are talking about technology, so every day something new is coming up, and we have to be vigilant about that, and we have to come up with new trends, because there is a huge competition on social media. Who gives the information first? Who will give the information first? So you should be the person to first give the information. If there is anything innovative in your field happening, or you have got a new information that you wish to share with the world, you should be the first person to share it on social media. Then what happens is the algorithm will only take, if any other person shares after you, the algorithm will know it for sure that there is other people who are sharing it. You being the mother like you mean the mother of that information, the traction automatically goes high for you. So you will be able to create this particular profile of yourself. And I would request everyone, when you're going back home, if you do not have a LinkedIn profile, please create a LinkedIn profile for yourself and start posting. And it's not mandatory to have social media accounts on Instagram or Facebook, but for us teachers and educators, it is mandatory nowadays to have a profile on LinkedIn for everyone. And you need to create a profile for yourself, and not only for your own development, but for your future as well, because everyone wants ourselves to grow in the future. So even I am also wanting myself to grow. And if you wish to grow, then you need LinkedIn to serve us telling about that if you are working in one of the fields, you need to communicate with the best researcher in that field. But the point is, you do not have, maybe my area is development communication and I have to travel to Los Banos University in Philippines to meet Nora C. Korbel, who has given the definition of development communication. Maybe not possible for me financially. I have family engagements. I have my own social life. I have my job. LinkedIn will help you to communicate with that person, and you can befriend that person online, and you can start collaborative projects on social media. So that would be very interesting for you. Whatever you have learned all over the total workshop day, you can utilize and create content and post it on social media. That would definitely, and obviously tag education beyond borders, in international Geneva, so that they can help you further that as well. Okay, this is a picture clicked by me in Kerala itself. My previous visit, Athirapalli Falls. The movie Bahubali was shot here. Yes, it's in Athirapalli. Thank you so much.